The subject of this training is entering customer UPC codes. Let's begin by going to the product definition screen. Start by going to the plant products and price list. In this area, you're going to scroll right in your product price list till you find the UPC code. Now at this point you can't really see the definition of your product and the UPC code in the same column, and so we're going to drag this column to the left just by highlighting it in the very top margin portion here and drag it all the way over. At this point you've got it right next to the display of the customer, so of the product name. So for this product you just simply type in your UPC, and then at this point too, if you want to update your price list, that would be a good thing to do. So these are your generic UPC codes that you will offer in the system if the customer does not have their own specific UPC code. Generally the UPC code is supposed to come from the grower, but that is not always the case. If the customer supplies their own UPC code, there's an override, so you can go put in the customer's UPC or the customer's SKU code in the customer screen, and we're going to show you how to do that next. So at this point you just go down the list and type in the UPC codes as they pertain to this particular product, and then we'll close and go back to the main menu, and we're going to choose customers. From the customer screen, select the customer that you want to put in the SKU codes or UPC codes for, and open that customer record. Of course you will have filled in all of the contact information about that customer. In the tabs at the bottom, we move to the right of the additional contacts to the UPC SKU code section. In this area, it's typical that this customer may not have UPC or SKU codes for all of the products that you carry. So you simply start typing in the product and it autofills, and you would select the product that this customer would be buying. So we would enter that, and then in this column enter any UPC description that is different than the product name. Sometimes the vendor will want you to just simply put 4.5-inch annual or premium something or other. They'll have some common name that fits the vast majority of that particular plant category that they buy from you. They don't really want the specific product name on there. So you put in, this is what's going to print on all the customer documentation. This will print on their invoice and perhaps on their specific labels as well. Then if the customer supplies a UPC code, enter it here, and this UPC code will override the one that you have just for this customer only. So for when you're producing any printed reports, this is the UPC code that will be used for this customer. If the customer supplies a SKU code, put it here. If you're printing labels for this customer and they have a label price that they want you to print on the label, put it here. And of course any particular notes that you might want go here. At this point, that's pretty much all there is to UPC codes. There are a lot of different reports and labels that print and use the UPC codes, and those are specific to each individual client, and we'll work with you individually in that area.